How's it going? My name is Jack Fitzgerald. I am Boston College class of 2021. I studied abroad at the University of Glasgow in the spring of 2020. How did my experience abroad change me? I'd say at a basic level, it just made me a lot more independent. That's with travel, meals and cooking, and finances. In terms of travel, I had never booked my own flights before, booked my own Airbnb before, had to schedule trips to the airport by myself. None of that. No scheduling, vacations, or just any trips uh, in general. So that was a really big jump for me. In terms of meals and cooking, I think I cooked more actual meals in the 2.5 month stretch that I was abroad than any other 2.5 month stretch in my life. So learning those skills and being able to do that consistently week to week was big for me. And then in terms of finances, I've always been good with my money, but abroad, having to think about it every single day, what you're gonna eat for each meal. Are you gonna kind of go out that night with friends? Are you gonna take that weekend trip or that 4 day trip to a different country to see other friends? It's a big decision each week. I think you got to be smart about where I'm spending money. You kind of have to make that decision. Do you want to spend the extra $40 to take that weekend trip and then go out to eat a few times that week, or do you want to flip flop and save by cooking in your dorm instead of going out to eat so that you can't take that weekend trip? So it's just a lot of independent decisions that I was able to make that I hadn't really had to make before. What would I tell a student who's still deciding whether they should go abroad? This is an easy one for me. I was never much of a I have to go abroad. I have to study in Europe or anything like that. So I really had to go through the whole decision making process. So I'd say just weigh your options and don't fall into the peer pressure of what your roommates are doing, whether they're all going or whether they're not going. I just say think about what's really important to you, whether that's a position you have on campus or if you've been to Europe or been abroad at all before, if you plan on going in the future. I think it all just depends on what you're prioritizing, and the final decision is obviously up to you. But I'd say also reach out to other upperclassmen who have gone abroad, uh, listen to what they have to say, what they liked, what they didn't like, and then make your own decision from there. And then what are the myths about study abroad? Talk about one thing that surprised you. I'd say the one thing was the academics. I think a lot of people say going in, it's an easy 4.0. You hear about people never going to class all semester or anything like that. So that obviously depends on the school you go to and the classes you're taking. But you definitely have to go to class. It's just planning on doing anyway. But I think the workload will surprise you a little bit. It's not like you're getting zero homework or don't have a test or any papers to write. The work's still there. You still have to focus on the school. So that's definitely something to consider. Overall, I really enjoyed my time abroad, even though it was short. I think when you're trying to decide when to go, really talk to other people, think about what's really important to you, and make the decision on your own. Thank you.